All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 4 of Becoming a Better Investor in 2024. And this is actually going to be the last week that we're talking about You Can Be a Stock Market Genius, because I was able to finish the book. Couldn't put it down this week. It was some very interesting chapters. So it was a very good finish out to this book. Excited to, kind of discuss my overall thoughts on the book. Let's start with some of the situations that are mentioned in chapters 4, 5, 6, and 7. It's a lot of different stuff. It covers warrants, leaps, stub stocks, recapitalization, bankruptcies, merger securities, and all kinds of different special situations that you can find mispriced assets, and kind of how to evaluate those and how to make an investment thesis about them. And I'm not going to go into the details. Like, if you want the details, I recommend picking up the book and reading it yourself. I will not do it justice, that's for sure. So this episode is really going to be around talking about the book as a whole, what I liked, and what it may have, where it leaves gaps in your knowledge as far as a beginning investing book. So what I liked about it is that it gave it very specific, actionable scenarios where you can find outperforming investments. Like, it lays it out there. It tells you where they are, how to find them, and then gives you case studies of how he has applied that knowledge to stocks in the past. And I thought that was super interesting from a beginning investor's perspective, because it allows you can read this book, you can immediately go out and find situations to invest in, which I think was important as a beginning investor, is that you can apply the knowledge that you're gaining immediately. It was also written in very simple terms, so he breaks down these, what can be very complex financial topics, and he makes it super, super easy to understand, which I thought was incredible. It's an easy read, it's a fast read. Like I said, was able to do the second half of the book in under a week because it just was a page turner, which I thought was really good. The only thing I would say that is a downside of this book is that you don't have like kind of a basic level of understanding for financial statements and financial valuation. Some of these concepts, even though he makes them simple, you may not have that full understanding to apply them to different scenarios. And he gives quite a few good places to go find that knowledge. And along this journey, we're going to read some books that will definitely help us find that knowledge. And so that's why I think it was still a good book to start with, because as you kind of add to your tool belt, you can really go back and apply these things once you kind of have that broader understanding of how to analyze a security from a variety of different ways. And so that's kind of my sum up of the book. I thought it was a really great book to start with. I thought it was really interesting. I thought it was, basic enough and actionable enough that we can go out and, apply these things right now. While also, it's not the end all be all. It's not going to give you everything you need to know, but great place to start. And so that is, that's my little summary, my recommendation for You Can Be a Stock Market Genius. Next book up is going to be one of the Peter Lynch books. I can't remember if it's Beating the Street or One Up on Wall. I think it's One Up on Wall Street. I own it on my iPad, which I'm using for my studio right now. So I'll make that announcement next week, I guess, once we start. But I think it's One Up on Wall Street. But if you don't know Peter Lynch, he is the investment manager, portfolio manager for the Magellan Fund back in, I believe, the 80s, 90s, 2000s. I think he was still going. But basically is one of the greatest mutual fund managers of all time, has written a slew of books, and is widely known as an incredible investor. And so that's going to be the next one, because it's also geared towards beginners, I've tried to read this book a little bit, very much like this one. I own it. I have tried to read it multiple times, and for whatever reason, just didn't finish it. But yeah, it's geared toward basic investors, basic concepts. And so I'm excited to read that one. One Up on Wall Street will be next up. So if you like this video, please like it. Add in the comments if there's anything else you want to see from here. And follow my page on LinkedIn for more content. Excited. This was a very good first book. Maybe I'll end it with a number rating. I'm going to go 9.1. Solid, really good start to the investment series. 9.1 rating. See you here next week.